A very good evening to you all and welcome to UBC News Tonight, this Monday, the 30th day of September 2024. First though, let's have a look at our top stories. In our top stories tonight, UNEB releases 2024 examinations timetable. Police investigating the murder of a female victim within Naguru Police Barracks. Ministry of Gender to raise awareness on Uganda's social protection programs. And in sports, Uganda to participate in the 5th edition of the Africa Region 4 Championship in Rwanda. Hello there and welcome once again. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. On sign language it is Senyomo Yusuf and I am Rukidi Kiijanangoma. Now a total of 1,320,400 candidates are registered to sit for the 4 set of examinations to be conducted by Uganda National Examinations Board 2024, an increase in candidature by 7.8% compared to 2023. While releasing the timetable at Media Center here in Kampala, the Executive Secretary UNEB, Dan Odongo, reminded head teachers of examination centers to submit project achievements and scores of the continuous assessment under the new lower secondary school curriculum by 30th of October, and failure to submit, the candidates will not be graded. We have more in this story.
Uganda National Examinations Board has released the timetable for conducting the 2024 examinations that commence on Friday, 11th October. The Examinations Board, for the first time, is to examine UCE candidates under the new lower secondary curriculum, and another set of UCE is the transitional examination based on the old curriculum that aims at giving an opportunity to candidates that needed to repeat or those who missed the 2023 examinations for various reasons. 369,477 candidates are to sit for UCE and 10,143 for transitional examinations out of the overall registered number of 1,320,400 candidates that have registered to sit the 4 sets of examinations this year. Accordingly, new lower secondary curriculum has 36 subjects compared to the 46 subjects of the old curriculum.
Submit the continuous assessment scores finally by October 30th. The original table deadline had been 30th of September. However, we have extended this to 30th October to give ample time to schools to complete their compilation and submissions through the portal. This warning that without the coursework and the project scores, candidates will not be graded.
Uganda National Examinations Board has recorded significant increase of 28.4% in candidature at USCE level this year, with 142,017 candidates compared to last year's candidature of 110,579. At PLE, 798,763 candidates have registered compared to 749,371 in 2023, a 6.6% increase. The Executive Secretary UNEB, Dan Odongo, has warned parents and head teachers about fraudsters that claim to have acquired the UCE examination papers.
Even though some of the papers have not even been printed as I speak, but these people already have them, according to them. And they are asking for money to be sent to certain accounts. They already have UCE, and that they are also preparing to supply PLE. So we would like to warn members of the public, please ignore these.
UNEB is emphasizing security and the integrity of the examinations, warning students to keep away from any malpractice.
The candidates and anybody else responsible or involved must know that if a candidate is involved in examination malpractice in one paper, it leads to the cancellation of the entire examination.
On the issue of distribution of examinations, UNEB has warned district education officers against using border riders. According to the timetable, UCE, new lower secondary curriculum exam and transitional examination will kick-start on 11th October and end on 15th November. Then PLE starts on 4th November and end on 7th November. Then lastly, USCE on 8th November and end 6th December. I'm Nafka Farida and Dan Lugemwa in Kampala.
Thanks, Farida and Dan, for that story there. And now some rather bad news. Police are investigating the murder of a female victim within the premises of Naguru Police Barracks. Adi Alex, a police constable, shot dead his former lover on Sunday morning. Police say a stray bullet went through a nearby housing unit, killing another male victim, as we hear in this story.
Police is holding Constable Adi Alex, its staff, for murdering an ex-lover. Police has established that the suspect, Constable Adi Alex, has had a similar case involving shooting, one which left an unidentified male victim dead and the other leaving his brother disabled. Police commits to establish circumstances in which the suspect was allowed to carry a gun, even with previous cases pending.
He has previously handled, been investigated in some cases related to shooting. And now, like I said, the matter is under investigation by Ginger Road and also management here at Police Headquarters. Some of the things they are looking into is how does such a person with such a history of shooting, whether it is justified or unjustified, how did the matters end, did they go to court, did they sort the issues out of court, and all those facts will be coming out.
Police have instituted investigations into what led to the killings at the barracks.
He went after being deployed with a gun, got a gun, and went into the barracks, found the lady out of her uniport, shot her. Unfortunately, we thought it was one deceased person, the lady, but today in the morning, one of our officers, also a resident of Naguru Police Barracks, was found in a pool of blood adjacent to where Adi had killed the ex-wife.
In another shooting incident, police apprehended a security guard in Ntinda, a Kampala suburb, for the alleged shooting of a shop attendant over a heated argument.
This is also a continuous appeal to security guards to not always seek for violence to solve any issue they have with their colleagues at work. These two are all guarding this, were all working at the same premise, but they got a misunderstanding.
Meanwhile, the police spokesperson, Rusoke Chituma, has cautioned parents over negligence of minors, which has led to an increase in the number of kidnappings. He says charges are to be levied on negligent parents.
Something is not well with these parents. And for us, the biggest complaint is, it is after all this negligence that now police has to struggle to unpack and undo all this mess. So one of these days we shall start taking them on.
In a joint operation with the UPDF, police confirmed the arrest of over 60 individuals in the areas of Wakiso, Chira, Chirekubweyogerere, and Wabigalo. These were found with narcotic substances and objects used in burglary. Komagum Rogers for UBC.
Now, the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, together with the Parliamentary Forum on Social Protection, is to raise awareness and address the gap of low coverage of Uganda's social protection programs. The month-long sensitization drive will take place in the month of October this year.
Uganda's Parliamentary Forum on Social Protection has embarked on creating awareness about the social programs, focusing on the crucial role they play in building human capital across the country. Despite progress, current coverage remains low, with only 3.1% of the population benefiting from these programs.
In Uganda, about 20.3% of the total population lives below the poverty line, which translates to approximately 8 million people. Registration, even for those whose biometrics could be got, they were missed out. And we have also negotiated with NIRA. They are specifically going back to the areas that have been identified where the elderly persons missed out on the registration. So they are going back to do a mop-up to ensure that everyone is captured.
The government has planned a month-long campaign focused on mindset change to support the most vulnerable groups in the society. However, the forum notes the need for more financial support and investment to boost social protection implementation.
Only 0.3%, excluding healthcare, of the GDP is allocated for financing social protection. This is one of the lowest in the region compared to our neighbors Kenya at 1.4%, Tanzania at 2.5%, and Rwanda at 1.3%. All excluding healthcare as per the World Social Protection Report.
This year's Social Protection Month will be celebrated on the theme Social Protection as an Enabler for Human Capital Development across the human cycle, focusing on expanding coverage. Kayen Faith for UBC.
Now, Jenga Taifa Uganda has held a self-development program at Kawempe Muslim Primary School, where local residents, children and wives of veterans, soldiers and veterans received training focused on income generation and environmental conservation. Jenga Taifa Uganda, which was established to support soldiers, veterans and their families, as well as Ugandans in need, aims to empower women, men and the youth through agriculture, livestock and other income-generating activities.
As part of its mission to elevate poverty, Jenga Taifa Uganda is conducting similar training programs across Uganda with the backing of the government through initiatives like GROW. Participants expressed hope that the lessons learned on sustainable practices like tree planting, worm farming and livestock rearing would help lift them out of poverty.
The government are finding a way to help ladies to come out of the of poverty, because most of the work at home, development in a home is always a woman. Because this project, if you get the money and then you have some capital, then obviously you will educate your children, you will feed them, everything will be what? You give all the support to your family.
Get out of poverty through poultry farming, tree farming, and the rest. However, there are other issues that have been discussed still, as security, because we cannot talk about wealth when security has not been talked about.
Naguja Maria, the chairperson, emphasized the importance of tree planting within their projects, citing environmental benefits and long-term income potential.
So that's why for us, Jenga Taifa, we don't only focus on women, but we focus on the growth of Uganda, or to everyone. Our members, or we have told them to start the worm keeping or maggot keeping in order to increase on their income.
She also thanked President Yoweri Museveni and General Salim Saleh for their continued support and appealed for further assistance to expand Jenga Uganda's impact.
But we have already got trees from NFA as Jenga Taifa, and we have advised all our people in Kawempe to start planting trees in their home villages, in swampy areas, so that we can reserve our motherland, Uganda.
Naguja urged the children of army veterans, soldiers and women to join their saving and credit cooperative organization, which she described as the backbone of the Jenga Taifa Uganda's efforts.
Yamba ku federation okulaba nti omwana w'omusirikale yenna abenefitinga era harambe sako bweba teriiwo ne federation tesobola kubaawo.
Charity Marion Imnat and Jamil Sekaja, UBC.
Now, Uganda has registered a decrease in annual inflation for the 12 months to September 2024, with a 3.0% rate compared to 3.5% in the year ended August 2024. This was revealed during the reading of the Consumer Price Indices and Inflation as of September 2024 at the Uganda Bureau of Statistics headquarters here in Kampala.
Annual inflation is largely attributed to annual core inflation that is recorded at 3.7% compared to 3.9% that was registered in the year ended August 2024.
Core inflation being the main driver, and under core, we have services inflation taking lead. And under service inflation, we have the passenger transport services inflation as the main driver, and this is registered at 4.1% for the year ending September 2024 compared to 6.9% registered in the year ending August 2024.
The annual construction sector inflation is registered at 1.5% compared to 1.8% registered for the year ended July 2024.
These are the main contributors of the figures we have. We have specialized construction activities. In July, the index was 1.5%, and August 2024, we are having an increase of 1.1%. For civil engineering works, we have an increase of 1.2% compared to a 1.5% increase that was registered for the year that ended July 2024.
However, there has been an increase in residential property inflation in the year ending Q1 for the year 2024-2025, registered at 5.6% compared to 2.7% registered for the year ended Q4 for the year 2023-2024.
The main driver was the residential properties prices in Kampala and Makindye that increased 16.0% in the year ending Q1 financial year 2024-2025 compared to 6.9% registered for the year ended Q4 financial year 2023-2024.
The statistics help the public to budget and substitute the high-priced items that fit within the family budget. Winnie Ainebabaz Katwire and Marion Awori for UBC.
To Canada now, where the third Deputy Prime Minister Rukidi Kiijanangoma has officiated the opening of this year's NRM Canada Convention with a call to Ugandans living abroad to join hands with the government back home to transform their country. While in Canada, Ms. Nakadama is accompanied by Ministers Millie Babalanda and Balam Warugahara Atenyi.
Leaders in the NRM party say the party exercises democracy and will not block whoever wants to contest in various political positions. The Director Mobilization at the NRM Secretariat, Rose Seninde, encourages those willing to contest in the forthcoming elections to follow in the party structures.
For anybody who wants to contest for any position, they are free, because that is the democracy that President Kaguta Museveni brought in this country. And we enjoy it, and everybody enjoys it. That is the reason everybody can come and contest. Even at the final elections, people have come out to contest against him. We have seen Bobi Wine coming to contest, and nobody has ever touched him.
She was responding to the NRM member Kawoya Chigongo Samuel after announcing his intentions to contest for president on the NRM ticket during a press conference.
I am ready, mentally, emotionally, and academically. That is qualifications to contest for presidency of the Republic of Uganda as the next president of Uganda or the future president, should all voters in Uganda, within the country, and NRM 3 organs accept me or vote me or give me a flag as a flag bearer.
His Excellency Kaguta Museveni
And as a party, he's the person we have. We see him as the best candidate. And I want to assure the people of Uganda that President Museveni will still win this election. Because we know he's an anointed person.
He said he will follow rules and the regulations of the NRM party to contest for presidency.
Number one, National Conference of the NRM is a governing body. The chairperson is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. You cannot skip that. You cannot go ahead without his endorsement. I need his endorsement plus that at the National Conference. Number one. Number two, National Executive Council, NEC. NEC, the chairperson is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, is our chairperson. So he must accept. I cannot become chairman of NRM unless that NEC accepts, National Conference accepts, and all are headed by him.
It is noted that all political parties in Uganda are in preparations for the primaries and then after the general elections.
To Kasese now, where Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited has taken over electricity distribution in Rwenzori and Greater Bushenyi districts from the private distributor Kilembe Investments Limited. Assistant Commissioner in charge of information at the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, Dr. Patricia Litho, presided over the exchange of instruments in Kasese. Take a watch.
The Western Power Service territory, which the Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited has taken over from the private power vendor known as Kilembe Investments Limited, includes 6 districts of Kasese, Mitoma, Buheju, Rubirizi, Bushenyi and Shema.
So for that matter, we are adding on the number of staff. So far we have recruited 28.
We have 2 programs being implemented by government, the connections policy and the access police project that basically connects the one pole service. If you don't have a pole, if you're lacking 2 poles, government is fully covering that.
This follows the cabinet resolution in 2022 which stopped the renewal of any power concession of private electricity vendors. Dr. Patricia Litho is from the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development.
And you know the perception that government has done nothing. Through the Rural Electrification Agency, government handed over this network. Fully built network by government was given to Kilembe Investment. So it just got a concession. It's like renting someone's house. They give you a fully built house. So once in a while you can renovate a broken window or something like that, but basically the basic infrastructure was built by government, and government continued to expand this network.
UEDCL commits to expeditiously implement several stalled government projects in this service territory.
The expectation is that all applicants that had applied to be connected must be served. And all those areas, the lines that had put up, Karusandara, Chitabo, Charumba, everywhere, these lines should be completed.
That with our service coming on board, the customers who had applied and paid for their connection and they are not yet connected, provided they have a pole and a wire near their house, they will be connected even if they had paid the money to Kilembe Investments. But if they have not yet paid the inspection fee, they can use our payment platforms.
Kilembe Investments Limited, on the other hand, wants Uganda shillings 3 billion compensation from government, an amount accrued in energy losses and other related obligations during the time of operations.
We are talking of only 3 billion, but it would have been more than that, because when we calculated the percentage we lose on a daily basis, it was 11-point-something%.
We've got to go back and sit, the 3 of us, Ministry of Energy, the regulator, transmission, actually the 4 of us, and KIL. And we see what investment was brought on board, how much reeling fee, how much investment government has put back during that period when they ran the concession, and we offset each other. Something that the regulator normally calculates. So I think those calculations will be updated and we agree on what model we use to reimburse if there's any outstanding.
This is the 5th concession to expire and taken over by UEDCL as the sole government power distributor. The takeover of Umeme territories and Renreko in northern Uganda is also in the offing. Dennis Igoa and Nasiru Bwama for UBC News in Kasese.
Dennis and Nasir, thank you for that story there. And we do apologize for a mix-up of the story that we earlier on introduced about the third Deputy Prime Minister, Rukidi Kiijanangoma, who has officiated the opening of this year's NRM Canada Convention with a call to Ugandans living abroad to join hands with the government back home to transform their country. And in Canada, Ms. Nakadama is accompanied by Ministers Millie Babalanda and Balam Barugahara. Let's have that story.
The third NRM Canada Chapter Symposium held at Ottawa Conference and Events Centre was opened by the third Deputy Premier, Right Honourable Kiijanangoma.
And for his continued guidance to ensure that the Uganda diaspora cooperation is strengthened in all scopes. On behalf of the Uganda, I express gratitude to you for your continued and enormous contribution to our national development. You are indeed ambassadors of our great nation and are significantly appreciated.
Nakadama was accompanied by Ministers for Presidency, Millie Babalanda, and of Youth and Children Affairs, Dr. Balam Barugahara Atenyi.
The coming 15 years, this seems impossible to many, and the government has been queried. However, we are committed to this strategy that is focusing on agro-industrialization, tourism development, minerals, including oil and gas, science and technology, and innovations. Colleagues, allow me to remind you that Uganda has gone through tremendous political, social, and the economic transitions. These changes could not have been experienced without the support of groups and individuals who selflessly dedicated their lives and resources to see the change Uganda is experiencing now.
Mr. Babalanda addressed the forum by urging Ugandans living in diaspora to be goodwill ambassadors for the Pearl of Africa, the country they call home. As the country prepares for the 2026 general elections, Mr. Babalanda rallied the diaspora to support NRM. State Minister for Youth and Children Affairs, Balam Barugahara, urged the youth to support government in its economic and livelihood improvement projects.
If you can do posters in a village, send them. He doesn't need your money, but he has people in Kampala who can fundraise for him. But whenever you can, call your relative and tell them there's a center for around 7, because none of you is 7 apart from this whole.
Balam Barugahara, who also subscribes to the Patriotic League of Uganda, embraced the idea of supporting the candidacy of General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in the coming elections.
So when the president appointed me, said he was his minister. So I can never abandon boss. He's my boss. He's my chairman. So all of you support General Museveni in the coming election. You may not give him money, but pray for him.
Robert Nyango, UBC News.
Now, scientists, designers and technologists in Uganda are being urged to participate in the NASA International Space Apps Challenge. Now, this opportunity allows participants to stretch their skills, learn new programs, gain knowledge and explore innovative approaches to both new and existing problems. We have more in this story.
The NASA International Space Apps Challenge is a global hackathon inviting coders, scientists, designers, storytellers, makers, technologists and innovators to collaborate using open data from NASA and its partner space agencies. Together, they aim to create solutions for challenges faced on Earth and in space.
This is a very important event because we have a lot of space where so many things are happening. Movement of people, traffic, animals, and so many other things that happen all around the globe. And we ought to use this space to innovate solutions that could affect, that could provide solutions to our problems that are inherent around us.
Participants have been urged to stay on course and work towards harnessing hackathon potential.
This has to be a fire within you that you cannot stop from burning. Whether you take on employment, whether you go and do other things in life, hold this fire that you have developed today dear. Don't allow anyone to burn it out. or make it growing. Hold it and keep pushing it bit by bit. Decide and say, I will sacrifice 2 hours every weekend to this fire within me, the way I had an innovation for space. And the rest of the time, do the normal things that other people do. And you will see that you can come up with an innovation. You can come up with something that is different, that will solve our problems.
The event will take place at the ICT Innovation Hub in Nakawa, with over 200 participants expected.
Already over 200 participants who have registered, and so we expect between now and next Friday, when the real hacking starts, we are going to have over 250 participants.
Environmental issues such as disasters and floods are cited among challenges that need to be urgently addressed.
This world is a small place, but we can make it better. Look at the things we are facing. Who could talk about the slides, the quakes, as well as the steroids? Those are stones that come from space. So they are endangers to our planet, but we need to find solutions on how we can protect the planet as well.
Kain Faith and Justin Nakami for UBC.
It's exactly 8:30 in the studios of UBC TV. We'll now take a short break and return with the latest in business.
People of Gulu, you're welcome. We are rewarding back to one of our parents who used the Momo to pay school fees.
I am Oliel Vikio Tim. I work in Manuel Junior School as the head teacher. This parent was not able to come for this award ceremony by MTN because she works in South Sudan and it's very expensive for her to come. So we are able to get the guardian who has come.
Feel very happy. Momo is good. It is not a fake program, but it is a good program.
All the schools around, we're also coming there anytime. Let our parents continue using Momo. You can decide to pay in 4 installments. We have records where schools have statements of payments to confirm payments.
Together, we're unstoppable.
Hey kids, we're going to count today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enjoy 5 ways to love your baby, smoothen and protect your baby's skin with 5 new gentle formulations. Original to nurture your baby, aloe vera to protect your chibubu's skin. Cocoa butter to comfort your pinku. Mild scent to soothe your little one, and avocado to soften your buju skin. Available in all supermarkets, retail shops, and cosmetics shops near you. Move it, baby jelly. All day confidence.
To help businesses recover from the impact of COVID-19, government introduced a tax amnesty through a waiver of interest and penalty on outstanding principal tax as at June 30th, 2023. Accordingly, URA has since July 2024 been implementing this waiver. To benefit, simply pay your outstanding principal tax by December 31st, 2024, and the waiver is applied automatically upon payment confirmation. This amnesty applies to domestic taxes, namely income tax, rental tax, payee, and others. Grab this golden opportunity today. For more, use the platforms displayed.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together. In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229# to register. Wendy Wanawoli.
I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash, it means clean hands for all. So, wash your hands with soap and clean water regularly to keep away infections and disease-causing germs. This message is from the National Hand Washing Secretariat with support from UNICEF.
Indomie Instant Noodles is available in 3 flavors of chicken, beef, and vegetable. Buy your Indomie Instant Noodles in supermarkets and dukas near you anywhere across Uganda.
Indomie Instant Noodles, Uganda's best loved noodles.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. Let's have a look now at business news, and we are looking at how the Ugandan currency fared today against the following selected local and international currencies in our money market report.
The Ministry of Health informs the general public that there are some cases of Mpox detected in Uganda. The ministry, working with partners and affected district local governments, are doing their best to contain the situation. The signs and symptoms of Mpox are body rash, fever, general body weakness, headache, sore throat, nasal congestion or cough, and swollen lymph nodes. You can prevent yourself from getting infected with Mpox by avoiding close contact with people who have been confirmed to have Mpox or who have signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding touching or sharing personal items like beddings, eating utensils, phones, or other belongings of a person who has the signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding contact, including eating, with all wild animals, alive or dead, especially those known to carry the virus, such as rodents and monkeys, and those that appear sick or have been found dead. Getting vaccinated if you're among those who have been identified to be at high risk of Mpox infection. Mpox is treatable and usually goes away after 2 to 4 weeks. However, it can be severe, causing even death, especially among children, pregnant women, and those with other health conditions. For more information and support, contact your nearest health worker. Call the Ministry of Health's toll-free line on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500.
The East Africa UK Tourism and Culture Expo 2024 is here, happening on 8th and 9th of November 2024 under the theme Enhancing Tourism as Engine for Social and Economic Transformation on the sidelines of WTM London at the Rembrandt Hotel, 11th Thalo, PI South Kensington, London, SW7 2RS, United Kingdom. The guest of honor will be the Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. For tickets, exhibitors will pay £1,000 and participants will pay £300. For more information, call +256 787 096 100 or +254 795 806 969. Visit www.eauktourismexpo.com to register.
Welcome back. Let's have a look at sports news now, and we're looking at golf, where Uganda is set to participate in the 5th edition of the Africa Region 4 Championship to be held by the Rwanda Golf Union this week. The competition will be held in Kigali, Rwanda. John Van Sentamo reports.
Uganda Golf Union has flagged off 4 of its best golfers to the 5th edition of the Africa Region 4 Championship to be played at Rwanda's Kigali Golf Resort and Villas. The team for the 4-day championship that starts on Thursday includes team captain Joseph Chinyai of Toro Club and Joseph Kasozi of Uganda Golf Club. It's complete by the exciting Lugazi Hills Golf and Country Club duo of amateur champion Regan Akena and 17-year-old Ibrahim Semakula.
That alone has given us the morale and the zeal to move ahead and try and bring that championship back home here.
The team will be coached by one of Uganda's renowned female golfers, Flavia Namakula, who is optimistic ample preparations will realize results.
I'm very sure and confident that the team is prepared, they are mentally prepared, and we are ready to bring the trophy back home.
You have a hint about the Rwanda course?
Rwanda course is the same as the Lake Victoria Serena, the Chigo course, and that's where we are preparing from. The greens are more or less the same, so we've been working more on the short game because the course is not that long in Kigali. So, and that's where the game is. The short game, we've been working on that. That is chipping around the greens. So the players are confident and they are mentally strong. They are mentally ready.
After this championship that Uganda has won once before, preparations will switch to the All Africa Golf Team Championship to be hosted in Zimbabwe. Africa is divided into 5 golfing divisions, with each region mandated to develop the sport. The countries in the Africa Region 4 include Burundi, Ethiopia, Kenya, Madagascar, Mauritius, Reunion, Rwanda, Seychelles, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda.
We've almost come to the end of this bulletin, but before we leave you, let's have a recap of our top stories. In our top stories tonight, UNEB releases 2024 examinations timetable. Police investigating the murder of a female victim within Naguru Police Barracks. Ministry of Gender to raise awareness on Uganda's social protection programs. And in sports, Uganda to participate in the 5th edition of the Africa Region 4 Championship in Rwanda. And that's all we had time for. Thank you so much for having kept us company. On sign language, it has been Senyamo Yusuf and I'm Rukidi Kiijanangoma wishing you a blessed night. But do remember that our second and final edition comes your way at 10 p.m. But for now, I will leave you with Ainebiona Jasper with the weather forecast for tomorrow.
Good evening. Welcome to our daily weather reports. I'm Jasper Ainebiona. Most parts of the country have been receiving rainfall and most farmers have already planted